Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Keel Podcast. I am your host, as always, Alex Keel. Alongside me, the insider of the insider, Tyler Keel.
Hi.
And we have a pretty good episode for you today.
How do you know it's going to be a good episode?
Because
we are both on lack of sleep. Both have had really long days. The weather is hot. I want winter. Shut up. I want snow. I want it now.
I want fall.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Fall.
Because it's a happy medium. And I get turkey.
You know, that one day of the year, it's okay.
I love turkey.
Actually, 2 days. 2 days. I have 2 days. I still celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving.
Well,
so do
I.
Now, I won't. Now, you're not going to see me go out for a full-scale turkey because I don't have the time nor the money for that.
I'll have a turkey sandwich, though.
I'll get a nice turkey breast sandwich, yeah. Turkey breast sandwich with a little mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, maybe some cranberry sauce.
No cranberry sauce.
That cranberry sauce.
Hard no on the cranberries. Hard no.
Everybody looks great. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. That's from Bob's Burgers, by the way. That's the Thanksgiving song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We watched it. I'm sure I watched it once.
Yeah.
That and the Christmas Eve one. Was it Christmas Eve or the New Year? No, it was Christmas Eve.
It was the Christmas Eve one that you're probably thinking of.
The one we went over to his dad's place.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So, hockey.
Hockey. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's September.
Yes.
We're a month away.
We're no longer doing Angry August. We're happy. We're closer. We're happy. We're ready to go.
But I'm sad.
Tyler.
It's sad September.
Nobody cares about your freaking depressive tendencies, your malnourished soul.
Malnourished? I eat more than anything.
I'm talking about your soul.
Oh, yeah.
You're malnourished. You need to go to church, son.
I need to go to church. I need to quit Cabela's. I need to win the lottery. I need to just work at Davenport. I got paid full time, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Ryan doesn't listen to the show, does he?
No, it doesn't matter.
I don't think Devin does, because Devin hates me.
No, Devin, I'm not going to talk about him.
Anyways.
People ask Oprah why she's so stress-free. It's because
her job is to talk
a
to
millionaire. She is...
No, okay, I'm not saying... No, we're not promoting money buys happiness, but it helps.
It buys you things that you don't have to worry about buying. Like, for me, food. Or, like, paying for, like,
beer,
car stuff.
Oh, yeah, that
or
too.
School. That puts a little stress in it.
That definitely knocks it down a notch.
It adds a little bit of wrinkles to your face. But let's get.
I'm gonna have wrinkles by the time I'm 30.
I know. You see
31.
That's my theory. That's why as younger kids we.
Kelly doesn't believe me, but I'm gonna die by I'm 60. Not on purpose.
No, I'll give you 70.
70?
70.
Man, aren't you generous?
I know, but no, that's my theory. That the reason why younger kids think that like college students look so old is because they get so stressed out and they already have wrinkles and stuff.
It's funny because I didn't give a rat's behind when I was in college. It's after it's the hard part. And don't say because I didn't finish college it was harder.
No, it's because you didn't care about college. You were there for the hockey.
I was there for the hockey, and according to
now that you're
according
facing
to
like
the athletic board that I was in front of after that Florida trip, I was there for the hockey and the good times with the boys. Not everything else.
K-Bob.
You can ask anyone you want at the.
I don't want to ask anybody.
I
talked to.
I can't wait till I write that
I talked
story.
to Phil's wife. That's about it. That's all.
I can't wait till I write my book and tell the exact story. And unfortunately, I probably won't actually.
No, you won't.
I don't think I will.
Probably get in trouble.
I wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh,
there'd be someone else that'd be getting in trouble.
You'd have to use alter egos.
I would have to use. Let's just say his name is Jim
and Bob.
Jim
and Bob became Jim Bob.
His name
and
is,
then they went to some place that they're not.
There was a thing, Jacksonville, Florida.
Hockey.
Oh no, there's a team in Jacksonville. Jacksonville Icemen, East Coast team.
Hockey.
You know the team that we're probably going to cover. One of the teams when we cover when the lockout happens in a couple years.
Tyler, we're not. No lockout
with contracts like the one we're about to talk about. Nah, actually not the one.
No lockout. No
lockout.
No lockout.
No capes.
No capes. No lockouts. So Blake Wheeler.
Back up, man. Going down the elevator shaft. No capes. Hold on. Wait. Stop.
Seriously, you're gonna take my glasses, put them on. That way.
No capes.
Okay. All right. You're suspended, son.
You are blind as a bat, by the way.
No, I'm not.
How come
they're correctional glasses? Blake Wheeler signed a contract today.
We had news today.
Signed a 5-year, $8.25 per for a grand total of $41.25 million contract because he was going to be a UFA at the end of the 18-19 season, and his extension is going to start next year.
And actually, Cap Friendly, which I just clicked, made sure that it is notified that quite a few players are going. Right now, they have, for not this year, but next year, only $57 million wrapped up in 11 players. Let me look, make sure I got this right here. Yes, so guys that will be free agents next year. And obviously Blake Wheeler was one of them, but not anymore. It is Brandon Tanev, Andrew Kopp, Patrick Laine, Kyle Connor. Hold on, let me go. Jacob Trouba, Tyler Myers, Joe Morrow, I guess you can say. Josh Morrissey still has yet to be signed, and Laurent Brossoit. Those are the guys that are going to be UFAs and or RFAs. So contracts have to work about. So pretty much this is okay. What is happening?
I don't know if they already had this, but Cap Friendly must have added a feature where you have a calculator of what would happen if you bought out the contract.
Yeah, they've had that. I think they have. I'm sure they have.
I haven't seen it on any player that I've looked up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to buy out Blake Wheeler. I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it.
I pulled up Noah Hannafin for future reference.
Long story short, this is literally saying, all right, the Jets are in win now mode. They have bashed open the cup window. They have to win now in the next 2 to 3 years. You want to know why? Because Patrick Laine is going to have to get re-signed. There's $9 million. You're going to have to sign Kyle Connor. That's going to probably be $3 or $4 million. Brandon Tanev, he's a winger, so maybe $2 million. Andrew Kopp, he's a centerman. He's one of your big centermen. He's going to be making $4 million.
Yeah, maybe 5.
Tyler Myers making 5.5 now. You don't think that goes up?
He's going to 6.
Jacob Trouba's not going to be there next year, so you're fine. Or the year after, pardon me.
Debatable.
He's okay.
It is going to be
a knockdown, drag it out contract talk. You're gosh darn right it will be.
It's going to be dirty, and we're going to cover it too.
Adam Lowry is going to be he'll be a free agent after the lockout, so we'll talk about that then.
Yeah, he's going to get all spiced up.
So long story short, there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be like they're in a window now because let's be honest, you're not going to be able to. What'd I say?
You missed it.
What?
You were talking about Lowry being a free agent, and I was like, yeah, he's going to get all spiced up. Lowry's season saltage. You didn't get that one?
I missed it, okay? I wasn't paying. I've got a long...
It's shot o'clock! Get in there!
There's 4 people that may understand that joke.
Maybe. As you're saying...
Because actually, there's quite a few wrestling fans in San Francisco, right?
Yeah. And Prague, apparently. And Netherlands.
No, okay, there's one guy.
Okay, one guy in Prague.
There's one Czech guy, or one person that was in
there
the
was
Czech
one
Republic.
Czech guy checking out
That guy was probably
Czech.
a guy from San Jose that traveled to Prague, because apparently the only people that listen to us are the people in the Bay Area. I don't understand it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But they're in a window.
They are in a window.
This is I'm saying, first of all, Blake Wheeler could easily been making 9.5. Yeah,
He shouldn't.
He's a captain. He's a top line
shouldn't,
center.
though.
He could.
He took a pay cut, and I'm glad for it.
Or excuse me. Pardon me. He's a winger. Slap myself in the face.
Get out of there.
Slap me. Yeah.
You're dumb.
Slap me.
Get out of there.
But no, you don't need to slap me again. But 8.25, that's a lot for a winger. So I think he could have made more because he's so valuable. And he's a fantastic playmaker. He's the captain of this team. You do want him for a while. I don't know how much of a pay cut he took.
0.75 probably. He could have made 9.
He could have made 9, yes.
So I'm going to say 0.75. That's a solid
$750,000. You know what? Hey, if the Winnipeg still has it left over, they can just shuffle it over here and become a sponsor to the Kuhl podcast.
All I'm saying is you take that 0.75 and then you add that to the Tyler. I know.
I tried.
And then you add that to the Laine contract because he's going to try to make.
He's making 8 to 9.
If he's smart, he should try. He should do what Tavares did: take a pay cut, be a contender. Because right now
take a pay cut from $13 to $11 million.
Yeah, basically.
I know. I understand that.
But
here's the thing:
he's the Winnipeg Jets are a cup contender.
They are now, and it's going to be in the next 3 years. They have a 3-year window. It's now or never for the Jets.
4. I'll give them 4.
Well, like I said,
4 is pushing.
Like I said, Lowry, Perreault, they're done in 3 years. Who knows how long that contract for line is going to be. Bufflin's done in 2021, so therefore they pretty much only have 2 years because the lockout's going to happen.
No.
Okay, fine. No lockout, 3 years, because this team is in win now mode. They will not have enough money. They are going to run out of money, and if they get all I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were penalized for performance bonuses last year. They're going to lose money here. They will take a pay. They're going to have their salary's going to get hit with these penalties for these performance bonuses. I almost forgot what I was going to say there, but it's going to put them in a bind.
That's why
They have to win now.
Yeah.
Win now, and your fans will love you forever.
Where do you think Bufflin's going to go after his contract's done?
I don't know.
Minnesota.
It doesn't matter. What does he have to do? If he wins a cup,
He just has to sit back and hit people.
$7 million to sit as a third pairing defenseman. Sure, like he doesn't care. He's old enough too. I mean, he's gonna be.
I mean, he might as well become the next Chris Pronger.
He's 33 now, so he'll be 36.
He's gonna be the next Chris Pronger. Actually, no, we already talked about it. He's already this. He's this generation Scott Stevens. He's gonna have his cup, like Stevens did, and he's just gonna sit back. He's gonna get a nice big helmet, and he's gonna be set.
With the ear flaps and everything.
With the ear flaps and everything. You're darn right, Karski.
Oh man, the Jets are in this spot that
They need to.
they need to win. And here's the thing. There's no way around it. Yeah, you're right.
Stanley Cup Final.
They have to.
Toronto and Winnipeg.
I want it too.
Let's go!
You want to divide a country? You want it? I mean, it's already. I mean, well, okay. More geographically than it already is, Alex.
I wouldn't say it's divided. It's already divided.
It's gonna. Oh, sorry. You're right. It's Toronto versus everyone else because everyone everyone outside Toronto,
Everyone's
outside Ontario,
bashing them.
is going to cheer for the Jets in that series.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, scratch that. No. Everyone except for the Northeast Seaboard and Detroit.
No, because the Maritimes are Montreal fans. Okay, granted, yes, there'll be scattered fans
No.
throughout the country.
I'm talking about Northeast United States.
Heck no.
The Rangers fans.
No. Gosh,
They would.
No.
They'd rather have Toronto win than Winnipeg.
No. I think
I'm calling it.
No. If you're from New York, which obviously we don't know, you're telling me people just are annoyed by Toronto. If I walked around as a Jets fan here in Grand Rapids, you know how I am with Leafs. You know how we are being Leafs fans. You're a Leafs fan. Well, if we were Jets fans, you'd be like,
I don't care.
Okay, whatever.
They don't care.
Being Leafs fans, it's not just a Canadian thing. It's not even a North American thing. You're a Leafs fan. You can say that in Swedish. You can say that Russian, German, Korean. I don't care.
I don't think the Koreans care about the Toronto Maple
You know what I'm
Leafs.
saying, though, Kaharski.
You're talking about.
You know what I'm saying, Brooksy?
I'm not Brooksy.
Brooksy.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
We have gone over this.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
There's not going to be a lockout. Toronto's going to be good. Winnipeg, Toronto, Stanley Cup Final.
I'm just saying, Winnipeg.
Why don't you knock on wood for me, please?
Oh,
Right there.
There we go. There we go.
Attaboy.
Found it. Okay. I want Winnipeg to do well, but these contracts they're giving away and these players that they're paying, you're trying to keep this team together, but you won't be able to do it for long.
Well, yeah, that's why they only signed.
Go for broke. Go for broke. Trade your first round picks. Go for it.
Dude, that's why they only signed Blake Wheeler to 5 years.
That's not only. I'm not saying the 5-year thing. I'm saying that's just the money, the dollar amount. You're
The
gonna
cap's
have
going up. It'll be fine.
Cap's going.
That's probably what they're thinking.
Okay, cap.
Oh, we're giving them
You
8
think
point.
you think the cap's gonna go up after a possible lockout? You think it's gonna go up to $90 million, Alex?
Yes. Because the players want more money.
In
Duh.
in 3 years, you think it's gonna go up to $90 million?
Yes. Okay. What was the cap 3 years ago? Today. What was the cap in 2015? I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, it's possible, yes, but you're still gonna put you are banking on fate that the contract, the salary cap will go from almost 80 to 90 million by the time Bufflin's contract is up. That's what you're hoping. You're banking on hope and an idea. It's not good business, first of all.
Okay. In the 14, 15, 16, or the
14, 15, 16. Yes,
Yes.
the season went 3 years long.
Well, between the 2014, 2015 season and the 2015, 2016 season, the cap went up by $2.4 million.
Well, if we look at it this way, the cap
14
just,
to
the cap just
the
jumped out
15
$4.5
hold
million.
on.
No, the cap
The-
just jumped $4.5 million.
Yes, the 15-16 season was $71.4 million.
The year before that was $69 million.
Yeah, nice.
And
Now
that's
the
what I'm saying.
17-8
But you're still saying that
the 18-19 season is $79.5
and it jumped
million.
$4.5. That is
So
I'm sure,
in-
if I'm not mistaken, that has never happened.
In 3 years, it has gone up $7.9 million.
You are hoping and praying.
So $7.9 million in 3 years. That's already
But-
just about
But look at the cap
Mr.
friendly. So
Mr. Wheeler's contract.
at the end of 2021, when Matthew Perot and Adam Lowry will be up, the 4 biggest contracts will be, and also Dustin Bufflin, excuse me, will be Connor Hellebuck making 6.1666666, 5.29166666 for Brian Little, which is godly. I like Brian Little. He's a great player, but my goodness. Blake Wheeler's making 8.25. $6 million is what Nikolai Ehlers making. Mark Scheifele will be making 6.125. And you're going to have to pay, like I said, Patrick Laine. You're going to have to pay Andrew Kopp. You're going to have to pay Kyle Connor. You're going to probably have to try to get Bufflin back. Tyler Myers, God bless, hopefully he's still on your team. And Dmitry Kulikov, he'll be a guy that you're going to have to pay as well.
Winnipeg won't go after Bufflin.
They're not going to give him as much.
No.
They're not going to give him as much.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm agreeing you with saying no.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I'm saying no, they're not going to give him that much.
The reason why the Leafs never went after JVR, I remember talking about this with Steve Dangle, it's
Too much
because
money.
it wouldn't be worth it to
No.
put the effort through. Now, Dustin Bufflin, I assume if things are going well, he would want to negotiate. And maybe things are
What is he going to negotiate? I was on the ice when we won the cup. That's about it. I hit
If
big.
I won a Stanley Cup, first of all, we've gone over this, I'd play for Timbits and coffee for the Leafs if that were the case. But if I was making $6 million and I won a Stanley Cup,
Dude, you'd be the stick boy for Timbits and coffee. Get out of here.
Kadri, you scored with this one. Martin, I put a little extra stick grip on her, a little extra wax on it for you, a little sex wax. Actually, that's what we do use. It's called sex wax.
Or you could just get stick wax.
No, it's called sex
That's
wax.
called stick wax.
I don't care. Hey, the NHL gives
The
us
old Stevie Y stick wax.
stick wax. What, the deodorant bar or whatever it was?
It was basically a deodorant
It was
bar.
pretty much a deodorant bar. But man, this is the problem with contracts and keeping top players.
Don't get so riled up about it, Teach.
I'm not
because
getting riled up
it's-
about it. I'm just saying,
This is smart.
Remember the Wing Super Team of 2002. That could never happen ever again. Never, ever, ever. That could never happen.
It's called salary cap. Dude.
Exactly. That team could never happen again. And by the way, that team only won 1 Stanley Cup, which is funny.
Well, they weren't. The Brett Hall deal wasn't an extended thing. They just had. Got Datsuk.
Who did they really? Okay, who'd they lose?
After that cup,
After the 2002 Cup, they lost Federer. No,
Shanahan.
No.
Fedorov.
Alex, stop. No, you're talking. I'm talking the year after 2003. They lost. Hasek retired, and
Fedorov left, didn't he?
nope.
Oh, he stayed there for another year.
Yzerman was hurt for the majority of the year,
That doesn't count.
and oh gosh, one more.
Hull was there for
Frederick
another
Olesen,
year.
I think. Frederick Olesen, maybe.
Dan didn't know he was still there.
Yeah, like that team. And that's the funny thing about it is that they were still good. But maybe I guess. Then again, you won the cup. That's all.
Woo!
Woo! That's all you need. You just need to win a cup, and like I said, that's why if the Leafs win a cup with John Tavares, sure, Matthews, $40 million a year. I don't care anymore. Screw the cap. We don't need a team anymore.
No.
Okay.
If Toronto were to win the Stanley Cup, knock on wood, and they did the stereotypical thing where they're going to go willy-nilly with money,
Or they get rid of everyone.
I'm yelling at them because that's stupid.
They're not going to.
I have the theory of
Alex,
if it's not broken, why change it?
because you can't spend $20 million on 2 players. Oh wait, Edmonton. Sorry.
When was the last time they won a cup?
No, it's a joke because Connor McDavid and
Yeah,
I'm saying like
I'm
saying Marner and
I'm aware.
Marner and Matthews can get $23 million between them if the Leafs win the cup, and I won't fret an eye. I won't.
I would.
I wouldn't panic.
I would.
I wouldn't care because you want to know why? Because that means we keep those guys and we can put a bunch of Marlies and a bunch of Newfoundland Growlers on the teams, and I won't care because they'll be able to pass them the puck, and all they have to do is keep their stick on the ice and tap it in.
Okay, so
Tip tap 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 tap-a-roo.
So then all they
Back to back champs.
So then all they need to do is just defend Marner and Matthews. That's it. That's all I need to do.
Okay, they're gonna have Tavares still. They're gonna have Kadri still. They're gonna have Riley still.
Just be smart with your money. If you win the note to any NHL team out there, if you're gonna win
because all the NHL executives, general managers, they watch this show. They listen to this show.
Yes, they do.
You're right, Alex. You're right. Lou Lamoriello, John Chayka.
Hey, somebody
and your boy down in Carolina.
My boy, the Crusades.
Don't remember his name.
Well, the Crusades taking a direct turn.
I'm just saying, if those three watched their video last week,
just be smart with your money. That's all I'm saying.
In that case, Lou, get out of the Barclays Center. Do it now. Run.
That's why he's going back to
run to the hills.
He's going back to the Coliseum, dude. That's why.
The Coliseum. The NASA Coliseum.
Talking about the Crusades, the Crusade in Carolina is taking a
Okay, it didn't take a hit. The trade happened a while ago. Get over it.
It took a hit.
Alex, you got Dougie Hamilton.
I don't care.
You've got
Hannafin's still a good player.
It wasn't good enough.
He's good.
Who's their backup now? I wonder who their backup is, because obviously it's not Cam.
So, Noah Hannafin signed with the Calgary Flames.
Calgary.
$4.95 million.
Oh, right, Mrazek signed with them. That's right.
Yes.
Marcus Kruger's still on a buyout. No, that's retention. Alexander Seven's still on a buyout.
Yeah.
He was only making $2.3 million.
Allegedly.
Wow. That's
so,
a deal.
Let's get back to Noah Hannafin.
Or is that the buyout?
$4.95 million is the cap hit every single year. He has a modified no trade clause in the 20. Oh, that goes all the way.
He was making like 6 points. He was making 7. Oh gosh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, especially back then.
He was making an astronomical amount of money.
So the 22-23 and 23-24 season, he has a modified no trade clause in those seasons. He has a grand total of $29.7 million contract that he just signed over the course of the next 6 years.
Now, Calgary.
By the way, his first year is his base salary is $1.95 million, and he's getting $3 million in signing bonuses. But his cap hit is still going to be $4.95 all the way through.
Calgary is in a spot right now where they tried to replace. They got Elias Lindholm.
They're building.
Well, they're a team that wants to get in the playoffs. They're not here to go for a cup run. Yes, they're trying to go for a cup because everyone wants to try to go to the Stanley Cup. Paul Maurice said that once when the Jets were awful.
Playoffs are profitable.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that's why they got Elias Lindholm. That's why they got Noah Hannafin, because at least they get rid of Dougie Hamilton, but they get a defenseman with, I believe, still has an upside. He's still a young defenseman. He has a lot. He's not right-handed, but he's still. It's going to be.
He's a good player.
We'll see.
I'd have Noah Hannafin.
Calgary's always been that team that if you look on paper, you look at their defense and you're thinking, how is this defense allowing 4 or 5 goals a game? That's just because of a mixture of things. Giordano's getting older. TJ Broly can't lift like he always used to. And Dougie Hamilton can't be the superstar by himself.
Well, Dougie Hamilton's not there, though.
That's what I'm saying. They bring in Noah Hannafin, and then they're in a spot where it's like, if they can put an 82-game season together, they can be a playoff team. Will they win a round? They could maybe win a round. But I don't know. If Mike Smith...
I wouldn't go to winning a round quite yet.
And here's the thing. Mike Smith, first of all, can't be put through the workhorse like he did last year.
No. He needs a suitable backup.
And didn't you say Jeff Glass or whatever is the...
He is going to be signing a contract soon.
And so, okay.
As of right now, he has he's on a, quote, professional tryout contract for the training camp. And then he's going to most likely get a contract here.
I don't know. Let's see who their backup is. I want to see it.
Hey, he played.
John Gillies right now. Why is Tyler Parsons? Why hasn't he gotten a shot yet? Or is he just not good?
He's just not good. Man. But I'm saying Glass
he had so much potential.
Glass looked pretty good for Chicago last year. pretty good.
No one looked good for them last year.
He looked pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, it's okay. So here's our top 4 right now. Giordano,
He'd be a suitable backup.
Giordano, Hannafin, Brody, Travis Hamonic. Okay?
Yeah.
Pretty good top 4. Pretty good.
Pretty solid.
I'll take that.
Mm.
They're all left-handed. Or I think so. Yes, they're all left-handed. Oh, no, except Hamonic's right defense?
Left heavy.
Oh, Hamonic's right-handed, I forget.
Left heavy.
Well, like most teams are. Michael Stone's also there. He's a right-handed
The reason why I didn't make it to the show.
And you have Brett Gulak and Dalton Prout be your other third-pairing guy.
It's the reason why I didn't make it to the show, TJ. I'm right-handed.
No, you just couldn't skate.
I can skate.
Can you skate as fast as
No.
Mike? Can you skate as
No.
fast as Bob Backlund?
No.
Michael Backlund?
No.
Michael Blackland.
I'd be like the smaller version of Bufflin. I just throw my body into people. I'm gonna.
We went over how you would throw it, Alex. We went over this. Go a few weeks back, guys. We went over this. You're going to go flying at the guy. You're going to toe pick halfway through. You're going to take him up by the knees, and that's how it ends. You have a concussion. He's got a torn ACL, MCL, LCL.
Hey, I can come back from a concussion quicker than a torn ACL.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I can.
You go ahead first.
Give me a bigger helmet.
Alex, you'd be
Bufflin, I need your helmet.
You'd be dragged off the ice on a stretcher. You're not coming back for a while, buddy.
Just give me a crutch on the ice with a skate. I need 3 feet to stay on.
You can't keep up fast enough. Johnny Gaudreau's going to come around, you do a spin move, and you're...
All right, I got a plan, guys. Give me a boat and throw me on the blue line. I'll row.
I got him, guys. One
Stroke.
You're going to have a stroke. So. You're going to give the coach a stroke by how bad of it. You dumb plug.
Hey, think of all the hip checks that I'll lay. Just throw the back end into them.
No, because...
Literally, the back end of a boat.
You wouldn't be able to catch them.
Boom!
They're going to skate around you.
No, they're not.
You're in a boat.
We're going to make a
with
wall.
no motor.
We're going to make a wall. The
build a
other
wall.
4 players are going to be on the blue line, and I've got a boat.
So
Pass me, I dare ya.
So no offense is needed. Just dump and chase. That's all I need to do.
Worst comes to worst, I just lean over the side of the boat and whack him upside the head. That's how I'll do
And
it.
then you get a penalty.
And I get suspended. And then I come back, and then I get suspended. But you know what?
And then Rafi Torres, you get kicked out of the league.
Nah.
Yes.
And then I'll take my boat to the coast.
And then you'll get...
Nothing.
No, I'd probably kicked out of the league. You'd probably be down to the Fed before you know it.
With my boat.
You won't be able to afford your boat down there.
Hey, think of all the autographs I could sign.
Yeah, all the people that'll never hear you ever again. Hey, didn't you try to kill someone with a boat one time?
Oh, they'll hear me. I'll be in the parking lot of every NHL game, revving the engine of my boat.
You hear that? Yeah.
That's the name of the...
That's the sound of $40. $40 a gallon going down the drain.
Hey, that's the name of the new Seattle team. The Boat Blue Lines. The Blue Line Boats.
It's not a
The
beer,
Seattle
this is not a
Blue
beer
Line
league team.
Boats.
This is not a beer league team.
Count it!
Nope.
So,
That ain't gonna happen.
Hannafin's a good player. Yeah.
And if I hope Calgary does well. I want Calgary to do well. Because you want to know why, Alex? Because I am sick and tired of hearing about what a great... Wait, I was going to say great Edmonton team. Great
no,
team.
yeah,
I wanted
no,
to hear...
you stop, yeah,
I
no,
wanted to
you
say...
stop
I wanted
right
to
there.
say... Shut up.
Pump the brakes right there.
I wanted to say what a great team the Edmonton Oilers have, but...
They have a good player.
Yeah.
A good player.
Single. Notice there wasn't an S at the end of that.
No.
However, they do have $21.5 million split between 2 players. Or 20.5. No, he's making 8.5. $21 million. Lockout looming!
No lockout.
You know what we should do? We should have it should be a game. If we were that popular, we'd have a drinking game. Every time we talk about a lockout, do a shot. Lockout, do a shot. We're going to end up like
Every episode, people would be drunk because that's all you talk about.
It'd be like the butt episode of How I Met Your Mother when Rob and Shabowski just keep saying butt and they all die and they're all sitting there in the classroom. We're just gonna have a quiet show here, guys.
Literally the entire trade deadline to now,
Lockout.
all you've been talking about is lockout. Oh, he's got a new contract. Well, let's see if with the new lockout, he's better get all of his money up front. Better get those signing bonuses
I'm
and
just
performance
saying,
bonuses.
hey, everyone's signing for like the
You just hush
the 1
right-
year where everyone gets the pay cut. It's the lockout year.
Tyler, if you
Because
were
they'd rather miss out on $3 million than $7.
Tyler, if you were a dog, I wish you were a hush puppy because you're talking too much.
Hush puppies.
Ooh.
We want. I'm already eating dinner. I don't know if I want Long John Silver's tomorrow. Maybe no.
Well, we would need to like pop over there and share a meal.
Just share one meal so we don't feel awful about ourselves.
Yeah.
Popcorn, shrimp, and hush puppies. Oh baby. We're gonna stop the show, guys.
All right, yeah, see him up. Yeah, get out here. Yeah. Have a good one. Yep. I don't know where you're going. I'm actually going. Let's go.
3 hours later. Well, that was pretty good.
You know
Man, I tell you, hush puppies. Long John Silver's. Her food must be maybe garbage, but those hush puppies.
Oh Lord.
Hush
That popcorn shrimp though. That was pretty.
That may have been a little questionable. That
It
may
was
be
a little
something.
off.
That may be something I regret in the
It
morning,
was a little off.
or in the middle of the night if it's that bad.
Let's see. What do we got? What were we talk? Didn't
We
we
were
talk
talk-
about half a lump? No half a lump.
Woozles?
He's a woozle.
He's a woozle.
No, Calgary's full of woozles.
No, Edmonton's full of woozles.
Alberta's full of woozles.
Oh, there's some good people there. Stampede's pretty nice.
Woozles and farmers.
Half a lumps of woozles. Okay. We are
what-
going off the rails here.
What do we got next?
There's not enough coffee in this world. PK
Oh,
Subban.
PK, yeah.
So was he at the BioSteel camp? No, he wasn't.
No, he was not.
He was at it wasn't the Pacioretty Golf outing. Where was this at? I remember hearing about this, but I don't remember where it was. I've heard the quotes. I've seen the quotes. I've seen the video. I forgot where it's at.
He was he hosted his
Excuse me.
because you know how he's into fashion and stuff like that.
Oh yes,
it was at his gala in Montreal.
That's what it was. Yes, because he was in Montreal. 'Cause someone asked him about it, and the quote that I got. Do you have the whole statement?
Give me 1 second here.
Long story short, I'll give the short part of it. He pretty much said he never got to fulfill the promise he had to Montreal, which was to bring a Stanley Cup back to Montreal. And he was such a beloved. Go back to his first game back when he was with Nashville in Montreal. When Shea Weber went from Montreal to Nashville, hey, you got a standing ovation. Yay, good for him. When PK Subban returned to Montreal, anyone, Saku Koivu when he came back to Montreal, it's just it's a bond you build. I love like we've talked about Nashville's fans, how great they are, and yes, everyone loves Shea Weber, and they will always love Shea Weber. But PK Subban was a guy that was enriched in the city. He was. You have the quote?
I don't have a full quote because TSN has the entire interview on video.
Oh,
and I don't want.
And we live here. Oh, no, play.
No,
the video.
I can play. Do you want me to play the video?
All right, where's your speaker at?
All right. Well, I have it right here, but it's just the fact of.
No, I can. No, I'm going to put the mic up against it. Put the mic up against it. That's fine. Folks, this is what it looks like having a B-show podcast.
Oh, hold on.
Where's your mic?
It's right there.
Or your speaker, I mean.
Give me a second. Hold on. I gotta pause the dang thing. Give me
Oh, something fell. That was a pen. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Let's see. Let's turn on the sound here.
Well, what I'm upset about is, and at the time, what I was upset about is that because I made a promise to the city when I was drafted to bring a Stanley Cup
Turn it up
back,
anymore?
and never once did I remove myself from that statement or back away from it. And Carey Price, who's a guy I came into the league with, and when I got there, he had kind of established himself. And I remember, when I first started playing for the team, Pricey was on the bench and Halak was playing, and I kind of was there when he came back into the fold, and then watched him turn into an MVP, and we wanted to win a Stanley Cup.
So, it's it's almost 8 minute clip. So you're getting the point.
And unfortunately, we don't have an unlimited. Oh yes, we do. Thanks to our sponsor, we have unlimited time.
Yes,
no,
we do.
I know. We don't want to waste any more time.
We'll post the link.
Long story short, no, just get into it. We won't post the link. Pretty much.
We'll post the link on our video that we have on YouTube at the Keel Show on the YouTubes.
I'm illuminating. Let me illuminate. I'm like Robin Williams from Genie.
Just get out here.
Illuminate.
So you could even hear it in his voice. He's just talking to the Montreal media. He wanted to stay there.
He's tired of talking about it. Knowing PK, I don't think he is.
I think he is.
No, I don't think so yet. I think he just. It's like when I left. Okay, this is a very small scale.
Okay, you take your take and I'll have mine.
When I left Lucknow,
Oh, boy.
it's like I said, it's a completely different scenario. But you feel like you left something on the table there. I could have stayed in Lucknow. We may have had a good team. I may have actually been able to have a comfortable life living in Lucknow. It would have been great because the Tim Hortons would have been built there the year later, and I would have been fine. But I didn't. Unfortunately, that was a personal choice because I had to make that. And PK didn't have a personal choice. A professional decision was made for him. PK Subban, as I was saying before, he was a guy that was in the city. Mrs. Beliveau loved him. The great Jean Beliveau's now widow loved him. The city loved him. Anyone in their right minds that said it that last season when he was getting sat because of how his attitude was. Everyone that pointed the finger at him, those are the same people who did the same thing to Carey Price. But when Carey Price was great, guess what? They loved him. They became their idols there in Montreal.
Yeah.
And that's why PK was such a great player. And that's why they look back. Those people that said, oh, he's the problem, they look now and say, okay, he was not the problem. They see what the problem is. And that's why PK, we will never know how good Montreal could have ever been. Would they have had, would they be bad now? Would they be a team that's kind of a joke now? Is this a team that looked like the mid-90s when Patrick Wall left? Is this a team that won't compete with the Toronto Maple Leafs? And I'm not just saying that to be a turd. I'm saying that because I'm honest. You tell me a game last year where Montreal looked like they were competing with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Name me one game. There wasn't. There was the first year they made the playoffs in 2017. That was maybe the first year that when Toronto and Montreal played since I think 2013 when the two teams were actually competitive and it was close. But now we may not have that now because of decisions made by the front office. Now we're not going to dive into that. We're going to keep talking about Subban here. But that's why I'm saying is Subban could have been part of this. And they could have been a team to be reckoned with. Because they would have still been a competitive team. They would have still been a team making the playoffs. A team that was winning the divisional title. A team that could have made it to the conference final again. That team was just, that 2014 run, that was a team that could have done it. If Chris Kreider knew how to skate and didn't hit Carey Price, and if Dustin Tokarski didn't freak out and play super unconfident, who knows? And if PK doesn't get traded, who knows?
I mean, if he doesn't get traded with Nashville, by the way, he still looks wrong. It's been 2 years, and he still looks wrong in a Nashville jersey. Isn't he on the cover of the next game?
He's on the cover of NHL 19.
And he's not going to look good to my eyes because he still belongs in that jersey. But
the visor annoys the heck out of me. But that
he has to wear it.
Well,
He has to.
Now he has to. It's like his.
It's a rule.
Well, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, only new guys in the league have to wear visors. He doesn't have to wear a visor.
Wasn't it like a granddad kind of rule?
It's a grandfather rule. If you come into the league, it was like Guy Lafleur. Guy Lafleur came into the league.
Well, he never had to wear.
No, his first 2 years he wore a helmet. Took off the helmet, became one of the best players of all time.
And a best flow. But what I'm saying
is, the best flow of all time. You are right.
If he doesn't get traded after this season, he has 3 more years on his contract. He can be a UFA, go back to Toronto, or not Toronto. Excuse me, Montreal.
I don't think
he should.
If the current man, I'm sorry, I apologize for shushing you this much this episode.
Come on, dude.
I apologize.
You're killing me over
I
here.
know. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I felt bad. But
you should feel bad.
I do. I shush feel bad. See?
Okay, you stop right there.
If the current management, if Jeff Molson and those people, those owners, they don't smarten up. If they don't, I'm going to say it. If they don't smarten up, they're not going to be good. I had to do it because I said smarten up. I had to do my Don Cherry impression.
Which is awful, by the way.
It's horrible. You're right. I don't dress even half as good as he does.
Not to mention, your voice is way too high.
Good.
No, lower. Needs to be lower. But anyways,
but I don't think he does. It was the same thing with James Reimer, dude. We were hoping James, he was a free agent. He was a free agent. He could come back and back up Freddie Anderson.
Here's the thing, though.
Great.
Here's the thing about,
but it didn't happen.
Here's the thing about James Reimer, though. He found his place in Florida.
But you think PK Subban's going to take another chance? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He's not going to go back to Montreal.
If he comes back,
you cannot be that serious.
I'm not serious.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I'm partially serious.
No.
I'm saying if he comes back, it's for one thing. It's for the city.
It's for the city, and Mark Bergevin's not
Just
there.
like how certain players
and
in the
Claude Julian's not there.
Now hold on.
And Jeff Molson sells the team.
Shush.
And Labatt runs the team.
I'm gonna turn your mic off. I'm gonna shush you now. It's the same way how
You were blocking my mic. You thought that was gonna work.
How certain players in other Eastern Conference places should be with different teams because of loyalty and what's good for fan base.
But I'm telling you, PK Subban knows how he was treated there.
Who's to say that it won't change in 3 years?
That's what I'm saying. If it changes,
this season and 3 more years after.
If it changes, yes, then he'll consider it. But if the same people are in charge, you think he's going to take that chance? Absolutely not.
How many years are left on Max Domi's contract?
What's wrong with Max Domi?
I have no problem with Max Domi.
Doesn't matter. Then why do you care? Mark Bergevin's the problem. Mark Bergevin is the problem.
Oh, I'm saying
what does that have to do with Max
from
Domi?
the player
Not
perspective.
making any sense.
I'm saying if Max Domi comes in this season, brings in a new kind of energy, on the player level, it can feel better. Because
it won't matter.
What are you going to do with
Alex,
Mark? What are you going to do to Mark Bergevin?
You have a job.
What are you going to do to him?
You have a job. You got to fire him. You have a job, Alex.
Okay, then who are you going to replace him with?
Alex, there's a lot of great people I work with at work.
You don't need to go on about this. You already talked about Mark Bergevin. I'm just saying.
If you
the best thing you're going to do is fire him and then replace him with somebody, and who's to say that doesn't work out?
It's a better chance than what they got now.
Okay.
You want to know where I'm saying with this?
Okay.
There's a lot of people. I love working with people like Cabela's. It's the people up top, in the office, in the corporate, that are the problem. It's not the people I work with directly. PK Subban, you heard him talk about Carey Price, Max Pacioretty, Alex Galchenyuk. Those guys, he loved playing with those guys. He would do anything for those guys. He'd block a shot with his bare face if he had braces for the Canadians. But it's the people up top that's going to keep him away. It's the people up top that are keeping anyone away from Montreal. Why is Max Domi there? Because he got traded for Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk is probably down in Arizona saying, thank goodness I'm out of there. Max Pacioretty, you think he doesn't want to get traded? He probably does. He probably wants to get out of there.
We have news from Toronto.
News?
Yeah. It's technically 4 hours old.
Oh, I thought you were talking about breaking news, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, it just popped up on my screen, though. That's what I'm saying. Is that Connor Carrick is to be expected on the blue line of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's not really news. It's more or less a confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
Third pairing defenseman. He just got to get his confidence up and drink more of that coffee. Caffeine. That's what he. Hey, I'm hoping Carrick does well.
I do too. He's a good player.
We need a right-handed defenseman that can play well.
We just need right-handed defensemen.
Zaitsev needs to turn it around because if he doesn't, boy, oh boy, Lou Lamoriello's probably sitting there in the island saying, "Ha! Told you that contract was going to be stupid. I did that on purpose, see, because I knew I was leaving." Or however Lou would say. Lou would say it like,
No, stop
do you
right
want to try
there.
it? Do you want to try it? Fine, I'll make the face.
Neither of us.
I'll make the face.
Neither of us can do a good Lou impression. You
Hold
want
on,
to know why?
hold on.
He doesn't talk enough.
I'm shaved. I have a bald head.
You're shaved. You mean you're bald.
I'm bald. I'm bald with a face.
Anyways, let's get into news that's not just you sitting there trying to look like Lou Lamoriello.
Well, I tried, okay?
You tried, and you failed. So Nate Schmidt.
The guy that coasted and cost the Leafs Game 6 because he couldn't skate fast enough to pick up the puck, which caused an icing. And on the ensuing faceoff, they shot, and Mark Johansson tipped it in, and the Leafs lost in Game 6 because Nate Schmidt, who's so gosh darn fast, he couldn't make it back to the goal line to pick up the puck. Kelly could skate faster than he could. You could skate faster than he could. Yes, I'm still salty about this.
Dude, it's part of the strategy. You don't need...
Well, I'm not going to get into this. Oh, that's one thing. We never talked about the refs in Angry August. We never talked about the...
Because
we are probably going to. You're right.
And not to mention, we already went over talking about the refs when we went into like the goalie interference stuff way back when.
Oh, yeah. That was the actual, like, the TKS days.
Yeah.
Remember
quick hits.
The long days of the TKS quick hits. The long time hath the fourth of the day. of the time.
Can you
of the
hush?
days.
Can you get out of here?
Nope.
Nate Schmidt suspended 20 games for violating the drug program. So, hold on.
Okay, here we
Before
go.
you get into this,
Okay.
hold on. Before you get into this.
All right, we're going to play. What game are we going to play here? Are we going to play where you think he was wrong, or are we going to
No,
play the
I
fact
think
that
he's
maybe it's actually possibly a farce?
So-
is that a moth? No, it's not a moth.
It's some sort of bug. Anyways, so if you look at the policy that was put into place in 2016, which was part of the bargaining agreement it went into effect in 2013.
So you're going to give the facts, okay, and I'll give the actual analysis.
Well, I'm going to give analysis too. It's just that I'm going to hope that you don't shush me halfway through when I'm talking.
Can I go first then?
Well, yeah,
Actually,
because
no,
I'm
you
going to...
you go first because I'll sit back and. Okay, go ahead.
So, obviously, Nate Schmidt and his agent have been criticizing the punishment and questioning its merits. Obviously, they're completely upset. Quote, it is difficult to accept the suspension. I understand that I will miss these games, but I do not agree with the suspension, and I will not accept being labeled a cheater. That is from Nate Schmidt on Sunday. Just an excerpt of his lengthy stuff. So he's allowed to take part in training camp, but he's ineligible for preseason games. The earliest he can return is the November 18 game that the Vegas Golden Knights will play in Edmonton.
I was going to click on a link that said, the Nate Schmidt deal casts a light on laughable drug testing. I was going to click it, and I saw Las Vegas Review-Journal, so I'm not going to click biased opinions, because let's be honest, that's pretty flipping biased.
Yeah.
Here's what I say. I'm going to do a quick blip here on here's how dumb it is, okay? Sean Horkoff lost 20 games of his final pro season at the end of 2016 for violating the drug policy. Now, whether or not something actually happened, knowing Sean Horkoff, I love Sean. He was a key player in the Edmonton days when they were not the best team. So it kind of stinks that happens. Nate Schmidt does not seem like a guy. Now, and I hear your quote, and I say this. And it's so bad because I've seen it so many times, I just can't trust people. I just cannot.
You saying you don't trust Nate Schmidt, or you don't trust the system?
I don't trust the system. I don't trust people that deny it. I don't trust people that accept it. I just can't understand. First, so we'll say Nate Schmidt took something and he tried to wash it out of his system and he forgot just a little bit, that microscopic bit they talked about.
Pinch of salt in an Olympic-sized pool. Quote.
How in the world do you... Now, if you're listening to this, please don't cut off halfway through the middle of this because I'm going to turn here in a second. I'm going to turn face, heel, whatever you want to look at. Nate Schmidt, if you know you're going to get away with it, if you know your company does random drug testing, why would you smoke a bowl before you go to work? Why would you? Because you may get caught. Now, saying that maybe he did something, maybe he took something, but he couldn't get it out in time before he got drug tested. Now, what if there is something in the water? What if there is something that he ate? What if there is some type of meds that he was taking for a painkiller that had something in it, that had a certain steroid, a PED, inside it, that was very minimal, that had very little to no effect?
Well, in the hearing where he testified, he said, quote, well, the peel was likened to a amount of the banned substance to a pinch of salt in an Olympic-sized pool. And he said in his testimony that he takes, quote, he only takes supplements given to him by his NHL team, the Vegas Golden Knights, and has never tested positive before. End quote.
So you're admitting the fact that you haven't changed your diet.
No.
We just don't know what's going on here. And this is why, and don't get me wrong, it's not like the NFL is that much better. And I'm going to get to them when we talk about our next topic. But why does it seem like some things that go on in this league are just absolutely shady and we don't know what's going on?
Because the league's very conservative.
And I understand that, but if it's that bad, Nate Schmidt is not a Norris Canada defenseman. If he came out tomorrow and could blast a 103-mile-an-hour slap shot and could skate like the Dickens, you're right. Yes, drug test him off the board. I don't care. But he's not a physically dominant player. He's fast. Yes. Can he shoot? Maybe. Is he a solid defenseman? Pretty much. He's probably one of the best they have on the team.
Unfortunately, he's being used as a
poster
stepping
boy. That's great. They did that with Horkoff, who was going to retire.
Yes.
They did that to a guy that was leaving. That's not a poster child. That's why this league is so confusing to me. It just doesn't make sense. The National Hockey League, how about the no, I don't know what the hell is going on league?
Think about it. The National Hockey League is one of the most conservative leagues ever. Anything that happens that is any risky or whatever, they try to keep it hush-hush. And if somebody...
Well, they would have kept this one under wraps for sure then.
No, they keep it hush-hush in the way of if you do something, they'll say this much pequeño about it, and they're going to give out a huge thing.
20 games for something that they can't prove. Okay, excuse me. Yes.
They can prove.
They proved it. You're
proved
right.
it.
However, how can they prove that he took something? And that is exactly the hardest part. Yes.
That comes down to testimony.
Yes, I understand. This is a strict no tolerance policy. But if it's minimal, and the fact that maybe, hey, we went over this. We've talked about it. There's an issue here in Rockford with the Wolverine plant that there was something in the water. That it could have led something
North Rock, you mean?
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Rockford, Northview, North Grand Rapids.
Yes, and there's something, and we drank that water for 15 years, Alex.
Yeah,
and who knows what could have happened to us?
I mean,
was there PD? I mean, I haven't failed a drug test yet. Knock on wood.
Neither have I.
But what I'm saying is, like, what if something was in the water there? What we don't know.
It's
not like our.
I'm sure that's
in Vegas, man.
That's a different situation. That was
Vegas' water.
That was a company dumping waste.
What I'm saying, Alex, is what if there's something that he consumed that he didn't know about? And I'm also saying, well, maybe he messed up. I'm not picking sides on this because I don't know. He seems like a nice enough kid that he wouldn't do something dumb like that. However, he is a professional athlete.
Right. Well, I mean, this is my take on it. He's 27 years old.
He's really 27?
Yep, he's 27 years old.
He's an old fart.
He's in the latter half of his NHL career.
He's hitting his prime.
Yeah. So, I'll say this in two parts. As the league, it makes sense because you need to put a measuring stick out there. As a fan...
Is this...
Hold on. Shh, I'm going off here. I let you do your thing.
I said my apologies. I said sorry.
Yeah, well... Finish! Yeah, well, I'm going after you.
Finish it! I'm pointing at a microphone to speak.
Get out of here. But looking at from this side, like the non-employee of the NHL side, I think as a first-time...
Probably no offense. Well, you may. I probably won't because I'll probably say enough that'll get me fired and I'll get blacklisted.
No. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, 20 games is steep. Now... Is it possible that
it's a no tolerance thing, pretty much? It's a no tolerance rule. It's a baseline suspension.
You need to have 0%. If he maybe got 10 games,
like I said, Alex, it's a no tolerance rule. It's a 20 games or nothing. The same thing with the Dennis Weidman hitting the ref. You make contact with the official, it's 10 games minimum for sure. Dennis Weidman got 20 because he completely smoked the ref.
Instead of 20 games, 10 games would be more palpable. And it is the baseline rule, and it was put in the collective bargaining agreement that went into place in 2013.
Because of course they probably did it because thinking, no player's ever dumb enough to do this. But then again, I guarantee you, knowing this league, understanding the National Hockey League, who was ran by a guy that we talked about a couple weeks back, a gentleman, short guy, about yay high, has about as much hair as our Uncle Mike.
He has more.
Uncle Mike or Gary?
Gary.
Entirely possible.
You haven't seen Mike
long story short, you're right. Knowing the league, they were looking for anything. They were looking for, yes, don't you give me that look. You understand how this works.
They weren't looking for anything. It's the fact that they found something.
They were waiting.
Every player needs to pass a physical, and they take a blood test, they take a pee test.
But they were probably waiting for something to drop the hammer on somebody.
Eventually.
Exactly.
It didn't matter
that's why they waited for that 0.1% of this PED in this one-man system that can probably get washed out by training camp.
Yeah, but still.
That's what I'm saying is like they weren't looking for something, but they were ready. And they saw that, hey, he's got this microscopic, minuscule amount of PED in his system. Let's drop the hammer and set an example of this player that probably has never done a gosh darn thing in his life. Are you kidding me?
Says the person that said you're not taking sides, and you're actually taking a side.
Well, now I'm getting mad because you're getting me there.
How am I getting mad?
You're speaking to me, that's why.
I'm just...
Don't eyeball me. Look at me. Don't eyeball me. Don't eyeball me. Look at me. Look at me. Don't you eyeball me. Don't you eyeball me.
I'm looking at you through my peripherals.
Look at me. Don't you eyeball me, boy. I'll tell you that you're just... We haven't even gotten to the best part of the show yet.
This is the best part of the show.
Oh, we're not gonna... Oh, we're gonna skip.
We're doing the latter half, but that's like the cold close.
This is the... No, it's the cold open.
No, we're doing a cold
and
close.
hot close.
No.
Shut that bacon oven while it's hot.
Dude, it's already hot outside. I don't want to wear hot clothes. Come on.
That's why we're in the basement.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm afraid that if we get guests on, we have to go upstairs.
Nate Schmidt. It's unfortunate, but it had to happen.
It was going to happen to somebody, and I
to.
guarantee you we would have done the same thing if it had been for Keith Ollie or
And-
Curtis Lazar.
And if it's potentially, if he did take a supplement or whatever that
Shame on him.
that had a PED
You're right.
in it,
Shame on him.
according to his testimony, and I'm saying according to his
Oh,
testimony.
people have
Not-
accused of perjury all the time. You're telling me everyone tells the truth?
I'm just
I've
saying.
been in a court hearing before.
Either
Not
he-
for me, but
either-
I've seen him.
Either he lied or he told the truth, saying that he took supplements provided by the NHL teams that he plays for, which in this case would be
People
the
give out
Vegas,
supplements all the
which would be
time.
the Vegas Golden Knights, and they did something wrong. So
Hey.
either he did something wrong, or they did something
What
wrong,
if it
or
was
nobody
what if it
knows.
was something by the Washington Capitals? Nah, actually, no, that would have taken too long. They would have noticed it by now. Never mind. I'm just looking at something by Russian Machine Never Breaks. That's one of the articles I decided to look
Tyler.
at, which is funny because they follow the gaps and all that.
I don't like it when you get into conspiracies, because then you just get upset and then you just start yelling, and nobody wants to hear that.
Speaking of non-conspiracy theories, but me yelling, want to bring this one in?
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
in non-hockey news...
No, this is hockey news.
Oh, we're talking about Voynov now?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if we have time, we'll talk about the other thing. If we have time, we'll briefly mention it.
Okay.
I don't want to get too far
This is
into
your bit. Talk about Voynov.
Slava Voynov has been allowed to talk to National Hockey League teams. He has been granted ability to try to get back into this league, into this country, into this hemisphere. A couple of years ago. If I'm not mistaken, it was a couple of years ago.
Well, you can't say hemisphere, Teach.
No, Western Hemisphere.
But he's still in the northern hemisphere.
No, I said Western Hemisphere. He cannot be in this hemisphere, this Western Hemisphere. The
But
West.
there's still the northern hemisphere that he's in.
No, I'm saying he cannot be allowed in the Western Hemisphere. He can be in the East,
You
that's
didn't,
no problem.
you didn't specify which hemisphere. You just said hemisphere.
I said Western Hemisphere, no.
Okay. There.
The fact that he's
now
been
that
allowed,
now that you
the fact
clarified.
that he's allowed to cross the Prime Meridian into North America. Is that better? Because a couple years ago, he was accused and proven guilty of domestic abuse. And you know how I am about these kind of things.
Oh, I'm the same way.
This is a non-tolerable act.
No.
Now, we've had something happen here, and me being a Blue Jays fan, we had the thing with Roberto Osuna. And Osuna was proven guilty, even though he defends his part of that he wasn't at fault. We're just going to go with, and he was in trouble, and he's still allowed to play. That's Major League Baseball. That's not my pig, not my farm. The National Football League. Ray Lewis was seen beating his girlfriend out of an elevator. She didn't fall, people. Nope, she got knocked out. Not my pig, not my farm. Slava Voynov is trying to get back into the National Hockey League after committing a heinous, cowardly, pathetic, worthless, chicken you-know-what act. The fact that the NHL is allowing him, there's a group of people headed by you-know-who, Alex, that is allowing this man to talk to him. Now, there are no reports of any teams talking to him. Good! This is stupid!
They don't want to touch him.
This is stupid! It's not done. Don't give me... And I don't want to hear... And I know we talked about it before. It's a PR issue. It could be bad to look for the league. It's
It
a bad
is.
look now! It's
It
dumb!
is.
You're allowing this guy to try to play hockey. Try to live out... What he can do this in KHL. Because you know why? Over there, they probably don't care.
They don't.
Oh, he beat his wife. Oh, sure, whatever. Blah, playing league. Hell, remember, Semyon Varlamov was accused of it. He was not proven guilty, but he was even accused of it. Patrick Wall will always be tainted in our father's memory because he was simply accused of it. I'm just saying, like, There is no good reason to be allowed to even conversate about it. Not even consider the fact, not even giving him a wink of a chance of coming back into this league because you want these players. You guys, you have great people like PK Subban, all the people that do Easter Seals like Eric Lindros, the guys like that are good people in this game are getting overshadowed by pieces of crap like this. People that are allowed to pardon me. He was accused and he was put in jail for this. But you are allowing people that committed stupid crimes to play in this league. You're giving him an opportunity. If any team signs him, if the Leafs sign him, I will say this right now, and I hope I don't have to worry about this, but if the Leafs sign Slava Voynov, I will find a new team. I am not joking. This is a heinous crime that the league is allowing to almost let it slide because, hey, yeah, you can talk to anyone you want. Unless they're being smart keisters about it, because they're like, hey, you can talk to anyone you want, it ain't going to happen, because it better not happen. He better go play in Russian 3 League, because this is garbage. Stupid. Slava Voynov, if he gets into the National Hockey League, I hope every team targets him and looks for him. And I know I hate it, and we talked about this in the Enforcer targeting people, but that man should be targeted. There is no reason, no good excuse for him to be allowed in the league, no excuse for him to be in professional hockey. There is no excuse for him to even be walking the streets of Earth.
2 things. 1, I completely agree with everything you're saying. And 2, when you say targeting or whatever, you know he's going to be targeted. Because,
I hope so.
Because think of this.
I hope Shea Weber takes a clapper and accidentally misses the net but knocks him out.
Because think of it this way.
If he gets back into the league.
One of the best probably the best part about the NHL is the players at the end of the day are good boys. They're good boys that want to play the game and they love what they do.
And they do what they can for the league to make it better.
When they see someone like that do something like this, if I ever saw him in person, I would go and I would attack him. I'm just saying that right now. If I see somebody in public and I was like, oh, hey, who's that guy? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's that one guy.
Registered sex offender, beat his wife, girlfriend, domestic abuse, something, and was proven
fill
guilty.
In the blank.
Ray Lewis, I will never talk to that man. I don't care how popular he is, how great a football player he is. Adrian Peterson, same way. I don't care.
Fill in the blank here.
There is no respect for that man. I have no respect for those people.
A, I don't respect them. B, I'm going after them.
Second, and I love, and you know,
because you know what, they deserve it.
You know what? There's some people out there who's like, what about second chances?
No,
what if he didn't mean it. No, that's stupid. No, there's no saying second chances in this for stupid crap like that. There's no good reason. Absolutely none.
I am glad that we are yelling and we are on the same page.
We are agreeing about something because this is stupid, and the fact that the league. Like I said, I hope they're joking. I hope this is an absolute just them saying,
hey, go talk to anybody you want. They're not going to touch you.
Exactly. I hope that's the case. I pray that the NHL is trying to be a bunch of smartasses right now.
I'm giving the league the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Because my goodness, if this actually happens and someone signs this man, I hope and wish to on God's green earth that they end up like the Vegas Golden Knights should have. 0-82. Not even a point. 0-82, 10-0 beatings because guess what? I can't fathom the fact that this man could play in this league again. This beautiful game that has this reputation of great people playing it in hockey and everyone gets along. In the hockey community, we've seen the hockey community, how great it is. And the fact that this man is somehow considered to be a part of it, that's not good. Oh gosh, if it happens, Alex, we will have an hour and a half show, and we will not talk about anything else other than bashing that team.
No, I won't allow it.
Good.
On one fact that
I'll go on a Twitter tirade. I'll do that. Can I do that?
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. What do you do on your Twitter?
Because you know how
thing.
people have like those 1/2 because they have like 2 separate tweets.
Yeah,
mine's gonna be 1/100. Because guess what? 280 characters won't be enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't allow that.
I'm gonna start writing my blog again about it.
I wouldn't allow that on this show.
I have to start writing my blog again.
Just because emotionally I couldn't go through that.
Nope.
Even talking about it right now, I just want to punch the wall. So I'm gonna kind of divert the conversation a little bit.
You're gonna stop the topic, which is probably for the best.
No. I'm not stopping the topic. I'm going down a different pathway with it.
You're going down the path of the yellow wood, the one less traveled by. Good job, Robert Frost.
Should hockey players be allowed to play in the NHL if they've committed crimes.
Oh, now you're gonna do this to me. Now I'm gonna look like a hypocrite.
No. I'm not trying to make you look like a hypocrite because,
it depends on certain things.
Because Slava Voynov should never be allowed in the league. He shouldn't even be allowed to
Danny
talk to
Heatley
people.
was convicted of manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter,
Correct.
vehicular manslaughter.
He should not be in the league. I'm sorry.
That could have been a strict act. Okay, you don't think he didn't. Okay, stop. You did not. I don't. This is why I said Alex, you're making me look like a hypocrite.
I'm not trying to make you look like a hypocrite.
The Dan Snyder incident, that was a complete accident. Pele Lindbergh. If Pele Lindbergh, if from the '85 when he crashed his Corvette, no,
I think it was a Porsche.
When he cracked his Porsche, if he did not die and another person did, it's an accident. Now I'm looking like an awful person because I'm just one man for doing. Because here's the thing: domestic abuse is strictly non tolerable. An accident, a car wreck.
Okay.
If you kill a man in cold blood, yes, you probably should not be allowed. You shouldn't be allowed out of prison.
Okay. You're talking about car accidents. Let's go off that topic.
Vince Neil is still touring in the United States with his band, even though he killed somebody.
Yeah, well, I have words about
that's why I'm saying it's like.
So let's go, just quick, going off the topic of car crashes. Manslaughter under the influence.
It's a DUI, you get kicked out for 2 years. You rehab, you get better.
No. Like, you were driving under the influence, whether it be drugs or alcohol, whatever, and you kill someone. And you kill someone. Are you allowed to play in the league?
I don't know. It depends on the situation. We don't know Here's the thing. That's why Slava Voynov is clean cut. We knew what happened. There's been evidence.
He was convicted. Proven, he served the time.
And it's proven. Oh, he's a changed person.
No.
I don't care. DUI.
Okay.
That could be just one accidental night
fair.
where you could not get home.
That's
You
fair.
don't know. People, yes, DUI, people do dumb things when they're drunk. And it's just like, and that thing happens. And now if someone says, what if Voynov was drunk when he did it? Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. This is a clean-cut story. Osuna, it's pretty clean-cut.
Yeah.
Looks bad on the Astros. Looks bad on baseball. I don't know with this. I don't know if something ever happened to someone else. Danny Heatley think that was an accident. It should not have happened. It could have been avoidable. But I'm glad we moved on from it. Maybe we will move on from this Voynov thing, because hopefully he won't get signed by anyone. He'll just go play in the K and whatever, and go play for St. Petersburg or Moscow. He'll get paid millions of rubles, and I could care less.
Right.
He could pass the puck to Putin in a charity game. He'll score a goal. Hey, look at that. I don't care.
You know what?
Just don't allow him in the league. If he comes in the league, if he plays for an American League team, plays for a Coast League team, if he plays for a Fed League team, that would be great, because there's no rules in that league.
No.
That would be great. I'll go pay to watch that game down in Danville or
Lucknow,
Salem, Port Huron, wherever. I would say Cornwall, but they don't have a team anymore. But I would go see that, because I'd love to see a live mugging in games. Broad Street Bully style, because that's what would happen.
Slava Voynov may have changed after his sentence, but we're not changing our opinion.
That is
not changing our opinion here.
He could offer me $3 million, $3 billion, $4 billion trillion, and I would look at him and say, sir, go home before something happens to you.
$4 billion? That's
nope.
drastic.
He did a thing, Alex. He did a thing that I don't appreciate.
I wouldn't like it at the end of the day, but that's $4 billion.
Alex,
I can buy mom a new house. I could buy you a house.
Money can buy happiness, but it cannot buy ethics. It cannot buy ethics. It cannot buy honor. It cannot buy morals.
That is correct.
I think it's a good way to end. I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
Slava Voynov may have changed, but we're not changing our opinions.
Nope.
And on that bombshell,
oh lordy,
thank you so much for listening once again. And for those that are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching once again.
Hopefully more than 3 of you.
Yeah. As always, Alex Keel for Tyler Keel. We'll see you next time.
Adios. Au revoir. You say goodbye in German? Good.
Nope. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yes.